Hi, I'm Stacy, and today I'm going to show you how to make Kalua pork. Now, traditionally, this would be a whole pig that you wrap in banana leaves and cook it in a pit in your backyard. I don't need that much pork, and I don't want to dig a pit, so I'm going to work with what I've got. So the first thing you're going to do is take a nice big pork roast. This is about 10 pounds, and you lay it in your crock pot, fat side up. Now, you can use a regular roasting pan and put it in your oven if that's what you'd want. It doesn't really matter. I guess that would just depend on how much time you have to cook it. Now, we've got several hours before our company arrives this evening, and so I'm just going to use the crock pot. So the first thing we do after we put our roast in our pan is I'm going to take 2 cups of water and mix in 2 tablespoons of liquid smoke. It doesn't matter on the brand, but I particularly like the mesquite flavored. Give that just a little stir, and then I'm just going to pour it over the pork. I want to be careful so it doesn't splash out. Okay, now I have 1 tablespoon of sea salt. Now you can adjust the salt according to your taste, but I'm going to start with 1 tablespoon. Since this is going on the fat side of the pork, it really doesn't absorb too much into the meat. The fat's going to take most of that flavor and not make it too salty. So 1 tablespoon, and I'm just going to give it a coating. I know it looks like a lot, but it'll even out in the end. So anyways, that's all there is to it. I'm just going to put the lid on and let this cook for about 8 to 10 hours. So I will show you what it looks like when it's done. The pork is done. It took pretty much most of the day to cook, which is expected in a crock pot. And once it was nice and soft and tender, I just used a large fork and some tongs and pulled it apart until it was lots of little pieces in here. So anyways, we're just gonna be serving this over some hot rice tonight as soon as our guests arrive. And if you do find that it needs a little bit more flavor, feel free to add a little bit more liquid smoke with a little bit of water and just pour it over the top for maybe the last hour. At least that's what I did. And I'm just going to put the lid on and let it stay warm until our company arrives. Have a good day. Bye.